So how did you first, because a lot of people, if you're watching this, I know a lot of people watching this might not know this, you were the man who helped, you were one of the guys who helped take the Stairmaster, which was a product that it really wasn't selling, and helped to market that. You got a commission agreement to market that all over the country. You ultimately, at 3 years, you had 3 years of rejections before you ultimately had some success, and you guys sold millions of Stairmasters.
Well, there were tons of Stairmasters sold. There's no doubt about that. And again, it goes back to the opportunity. It goes back to the mindset that allows you to even hear the opportunity.
How did you first hear about the Stairmaster?
I was at another meeting. It had nothing to do with Stairmaster. I mean, it had all to do with Stairmaster, but nothing to do with me.
It's like a lunch meeting? Was it what kind of meeting?
It was a business meeting. Okay. And people were just talking. And I was sitting at one end of the table. I clearly remember it. And they were talking about this company that was located in Tulsa, Oklahoma, North Tulsa, where I was living at the time, and still live here. And they said that this company was not doing well, and they didn't know if it was going to make it or not. And I heard aerobic exercise. I heard getting your heart rate up. I said, these sound like good things. These companies shouldn't fail. So I found a way to get out there to meet them and start talking to them.
You thought these are good things. This company shouldn't not fail.
Yeah.
I should start selling.
I said, I want to be part of this.
You heard there's a school for banking. I should go there.
Right.
You heard St. Louis, I'll go there.
Yeah.
Military, I'll do that. You just do it. You decide, right? And then you're just, bam, you're hopping in.
It is that sense of expectancy.
Okay.
Is that going back again, wanting to be successful, having really caught that, but not quite knowing how it would look. But because I was so focused on being successful, I think I created this attention to opportunity. I really listened for opportunity. I looked for opportunity.
So did you pick up the phone and just boop, 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 call them, hey, Stairmaster guys, I hear you're struggling. I would like to sell your product. Pay me, please. I mean, what did you say? How did you make that connection?
I did some research, obviously, to find out about it, read the newspaper articles. There wasn't much to read about it at the time. But they were at a point that any good news was good news.
Okay.
And I came in, I said, I can sell this to the federal government all over the country. That's what I said.
You said that?
I said that.
Had you ever sold something to the federal government before?
Not one day in my life.
Okay, but you felt like you could do it.
I felt like I could.
You told them you could.
I told them that I could.
Okay, so then they said, I'm going to sell it. And then they say to you, who's they? You're talking to the head of the company?
Yeah, I'm talking to the three guys who own the company.
You cold called them. You picked up the phone, you called them.
I went out there to see them. I did not call them. I went out there.
You went out there.
Yeah.
So you go out there. And what were the terms of this agreement, my friend? What were the terms that you negotiated? Like, did you get paid every time they sold one? Was it a commission?
I got paid on a monthly basis.
Commission?
Yeah.
Only?
Only commission.
And for 3 years, 36 months or longer, somewhere in that range, you worked without a single check.
Right. They didn't give you any money.
Because you had not sold
They didn't have any money.
And you spent, I'm just making up a number, but you probably spent 20, 30 hours a week.
Well, I had another job.
Another job. So you're working 40 hours a week at this job?
And then 40 hours a week at the other job.
80 hours a week. You're working 80 hours a week for 3 years with no extra pay for this extra time.
No extra pay for the extra time.
We have a girl on our camera crew, which I don't know if we ever released, but we don't care. This is Ariel. She does a lot of neat things with marketing for us. And I think this week we had 2 big successes. Is that right? She had 2 big successes this week. And I don't know the number of hours. Maybe you could just hold up your fingers. How many hours you'd spent before you had any success? Like 10, like, yeah, okay, so she spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just building relationships, nothing, and then boom, 2 this week. I couldn't be more proud of her. It's unbelievable. But it seems like that's how success works.
Yeah. It is not something that just comes and knock on your door. You go out walking, you go out looking with your eyes open, your heart open, and your mind to embrace the opportunity. And you'll find it may not happen the first day or the second day, but you have to be persistent.
One of my favorite success authors is a guy named Og Mandino. Old school, back when you would name your kid Og. But what happened is Og Mandino, his philosophy was that if this is like a big oak tree here, his philosophy is that every day you swing, and then you swing, and you swing, and you swing, and you keep doing it until eventually the tree wears down and falls down because you've chopped, the tree down. And he says that most people take a blade and they swing and they go, oh, that tree didn't fall down. I'll go to another tree. Swing to another tree. Swing, and their whole life they never knock anything down. And so he explains that one, make sure you're trying to basically chop down a tree that's worth chopping down. Make sure it's a big one. If you're going to miss some time, don't be, attacking, the little small baby trees all day. But also understand you have to hit it. And I'm not an axe man. I'm very non-mechanically inclined, but I have done some physical labor in construction when I was starting the business. But if you ever see these loggers, these big trees, but back before the power tools, it took a long time.
Right.
And it seems like anytime it's a big tree, it takes a long time.
Yeah, and that, when you think about success, most people tend to celebrate the end of the journey. Yeah. But I think we have to also understand the journey itself so that we can know what will be expected of us and we can learn what's inside the entrepreneur thinking so that we can be better prepared to do what we need to do.